Kirsty, good morning. Good morning and welcome to our interview today. It's lovely to have you here.
It's nice to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Guys, Kirsty recently completed our Lean Six Sigma Green Belt course, and then she went on to implement quite a big improvement project within her company, which in the end gave her and the business around £170,000 worth of cost savings, which is quite impressive. And this was the main reason why I thought it would be great to have Kirsty on the call today and for you guys to learn, how improvement projects can be beneficial to the business and how you can turn it into a significant cost saving in the end. So, Kirsty, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourself first, maybe, and why did you decide to join the Lean Six Sigma course in the first place?
Yeah, so I'm the Operational Control Hub Manager in Balfour Beatty on the Buckinghamshire contract. So part of being the Operational Control Hub Manager is it's looking at the data, and working on performance and the output and seeing the trends that are coming in. So it really does connect in really well because it's all about the improvements and seeing what we can change and how we can make it better. So knowing what the project was, I was really interested in getting involved in that because I could start improving on how to record the data, how to actually get an improvement project that shows the impact that we can make.
Fantastic. And if you don't mind talking us through the project briefly and let us know what the problem initially was, the one that you were trying to solve, and what was the approach that you have taken to get it done in the end.
Yeah, so as part of the contract, we have this right first time policy that if we don't get a job completed to the standard quality or duration or anything like that, we have to go back and complete it free of charge because we said we'll do it right the first time. So if we don't do that, obviously it's a cost on the contract to go back and do it the second time. So we were noticing that there was a lot of times we were going back to these jobs because we were told they had failed their quality check, but reality was that they hadn't, and it was a error in the communication or record errors. So it was noticing that issue because it was costing us not only the cost of our teams going out and fixing them, but also the just manpower of figuring out what went wrong. So seeing that meant that we just wanted to implement something to stop those times going when we didn't need to. So one of them, we've now put in a review meeting. It's a weekly one with our client team, which lets us know which ones we agree together, which ones are actually ones we need to go back to, and the ones that we don't need to, we go back in and get more evidence from the person who's failed it, or we work through it and agree what the next step will be.
Interesting. Now, if you were to look back on the Lean Six Sigma framework, was there anything specific from this entire training that helped you to achieve the result that you got in the end? Any specific tools or methods?
So one thing that I knew about but didn't think too much on was having that baseline data, recording all the evidence before you start implementing any improvements, just to show the benefit you actually get from it. So for me, it was just being able to do the analyzing using all the different methods of being able to see which type, whether a scatter graph worked or whether you were doing checklists, all the different types of like analyzing tools there were, knowing which one actually worked best to show the data in the best light, and then actually seeing it again later and seeing that improvement. So being able to see that actually instead of every month we're us having 20 jobs we went to we didn't need to, you could now see that there was only 2 or 3 and there was other reasons behind it. It wasn't for the same reasons. It was just interesting to be able to pull the data in a way that everyone else could see as well. Because if I'm in the data daily, I can see that and I recognize it, but showing it up to other people who might be slightly more operational or who are more out of the data, they can actually see and understand that as well.
It's interesting when you refer to the baseline, because I think we spoke about a lack of baseline in many different projects more than once during the course. And we spoke about this missing opportunity for people to prove the benefits they have brought to the business simply by not measuring the situation, the process before any changes are introduced. So they do a lot of work, they put a lot of effort in, and in the end, even when the results are there, they have no chance of proving to themselves or other stakeholders how much of gain was actually achieved because of lack of baseline. Interesting. Now, £171,000, that's a lot. What was the feedback or reaction from the team when you sort of announced the forecasted cost saving?
Yeah, so as expected, management and finance obviously were very happy at the idea that we weren't going to be spending this exorbitant amount of money.
Mhm.
But I think apart from that, it was the like operational side of them not having to go back and their kind of engagement back into the process, because they were being sent to do jobs that they didn't need to do, and it was getting frustrating for them. So yes, a lot of money saved in obviously management, and as a contract on a whole, there was obviously a lot of positive comments on that, but seeing the difference in the engagement and how people reacted to it that way really was sort of what we were wanting. We don't want people losing enthusiasm to go and
Mhm.
do the jobs.
Interesting. With your experience now on the Lean Six Sigma front and with the project that you have delivered, if you were to convince other people to consider Lean Six Sigma as a route towards continuous improvement, what would you say?
I think it's a I'd say that it's really interesting being part of the course and learning all of this, but you've got to go in with that open mind of you might not think you do much improvement, but actually the tiny things you do every day can make that massive difference. This project is an example of it's something small we've added in, but it's actually made a massive impact. And this course helps you record that, be able to shout about the small things you do, not just the big things. I didn't think this would end up being as much money as it was in the end. I just thought it would be something that will help us get on in our daily jobs,
Mhm.
make it a bit easier. And seeing that change is how I think most people don't see that. They think, oh, I've got to save loads of money, I've got to save time, whatever it is. But all the little things add up. And if you had 3 small projects, you still might save loads of time or loads of money on contract, but they're all individual activities.
Interesting. Kirsty, I cannot thank you enough for being here today. This is a dictionary example of a improvement project where you start with an understanding of a framework, you look for an opportunity, you start measure the current situation, and then before you know it, you end up with a result that very often goes beyond people's expectations. So thank you for sharing your story today. I would hope that for you guys watching this, this is going to be an inspiration to look into the option of Lean Six Sigma as a path towards continuous improvement. So once again, Kirsty, thank you very much for being here today and sharing your story. I appreciate it a lot.
No, thank you. It's good fun.
Thank you. And guys, to all of you watching, I sincerely invite you to look at our website, to reach out to us directly. Lean Six Sigma is out there. We have loads of interviews on our channel, so you can listen to other people who have completed training, who have delivered their own improvement projects. So then don't take my word for this, just listen to others. And with that feedback, hopefully I will see you. I will see you soon. So once again, Kirsty, thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. Thank you.